What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Whiskey Delta, brought to you by Military Gaming League. In the show, we find the movers and shakers in the military and veteran gaming community and highlight their contribution to enrich the lives of those around them. Our guest this morning is none other than the only Demand. Good old on demand, in demand. This man is an absolute gem. He's one of the longest running folks we have in the league. He's fabulous. He comes to most of our events. The one, the only, the Will. It's great when your name goes straight up in with your your gamer tag. Yeah, Iron Will in demand as usual.
No, it's
welcome. Welcome to Whiskey Delta.
Thank you so much. No, it was a really great being invited. It was I really appreciate the opportunity to come and talk to y'all. I mean, I've been going to every event. I'm going to keep going to every event, and this is excellent. Thank you so much.
Flight simulator, so Army has an advantage. You know, Mike, I'm glad you brought your vest, but I hope you brought some for the rest of the team too, because they're going to need it.
I have a team full of high-speed, low-drag guys, and we're about to serve you up.
Taking that, being from the Navy, I'm surprised that the strongest branch is here to represent.
I'll give it to the Army guys, and I know it's for the stuff they want to bring. So we're going to see some very unusual stuff. It's going to be pretty great.
How long they spend in basic training sorting rocks by color.
For the Army, we have Clink, Demand, Eridan, Execration the Captain, and J-Mac. It is the Air Force. Jihui, it's Beezy, Uber Duber, I'm Not Wallin, and Daddy Mike. Take your positions. It's time to get ourselves underway. In the Military Gaming League, we bring you the branch battle between the Army and the Air Force.
Will, what made you decide to join the military? Was it something? Did you come out of the womb with a uniform on, or was it just, hey, like this drive, this desire, like, I'm joining the military? How did that happen?
I was always I'd say interested in like the military. I did there's a program in California called like Devil Pups for the Marines. Mm-hmm. You go into Camp Pendleton and you stay there for a week, and I did that when I was in high school. And then when I got a little bit older, it kind of like faded away. And I got about 2 years into, college, and I kind of was bored, and I figured, why not enlist? That sounds like a great idea. So, it kind of like, it was just, no one was surprised when I was like, hey, I enlisted in the Army Reserve. They were like, okay, sounds good. See you on Tuesday. And so, yeah, so nothing changed really. So it was just kind of just how it was.
That's great. So how many are you still serving reserves?
Yeah, still in the reserves right now. I will be for a little bit longer. It's I know Shamshield, right, from my reserve unit, and a couple other like people out there that I'm trying to work into MGL. So I feel like my work's not done exactly. Not for the Army, but like for myself. But we'll see.
So do you have any defining moments that you had during your operational time when you've been potentially activated, or weekend warrior style, or what time in when you were wearing the uniform, any stories that come out and strike you as just, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. This opportunity was fabulous. What can you tell us about some of your stories?
Sure. Well, I kind of have been lucky. My primary duty assignment was Fort Couch, and I really haven't left it. So I've been really lucky on that department. I work in an MI unit, so like even our training is pretty good for the most part. No one's above the run around and the nonsense and the busy work and stuff. But my unit is excellent, and it gets as much of the Army nonsense away from you as you can, as long as obviously you meet the requirements and stuff. But I would say an all-time favorite, I did one training exercise in Hawaii, which was a lot of fun for somebody who hasn't traveled that much, and it was an international exercise, so I got to work with a lot of the Five Eyes partners, and the most interesting thing about that training exercise, that experience, was it really let me see firsthand how like people do things differently, right? Like, I mean, and even within the army, people do things differently. But like, like people from Australia and people from the UK, like they approach the same task from different angles. They come at it from a different viewpoint with different objectives. And like, I mean, you can sit in a classroom and like understand that idea when you get to see it, right? When you have the two analysts in the room next to each other and they're having a debate about something that it was an easy decision, right? But they have to have it this way or that way. It kind of like clears up the idea that you understand how like all these ancient historical mistakes, right, like happened, right? Because if some guy couldn't be wrong and he had to argue with somebody else, and it just like goes on. But yeah, no, that was probably my favorite assignment. And I mean, it's super simple, right? Like just with training exercise in Hawaii, but it was a good time, and that's it.
Any time that you get to work with an international team and see the ways some of the other militaries do it is always a fabulous experience for sure. And anytime you throw Aussies into the mix,
oh my god, yeah,
the Australians are fantastic.
Yeah, I was about to say, and I was thinking to myself, I'm like trying to go over if this is like if there's anything in the story that I wouldn't have to say, but no, I think it's all good because it's all within the manual for. So I work with interrogators. I work in a human unit, human intelligence, right? Like, so we talk to people and gather intelligence that way. And so the exercise was all about like interviews and interrogations and stuff. And we have a lot of like legal framework that we have to follow when we do everything, which is really good, right? Because it keeps you on track, and it also means that it actually just helps with the collection as well. But that's like a whole other discussion. But it's just a little funny side note was the Australians don't have those rules, man. So there was one incident where we were in the booth talking to somebody, and in our circle it's called coercion, but it's basically the idea that you can't threaten anyone. You know what I mean? When you're talking to them, you have to like look out for their safety and stuff. And the Australian interrogator comes out and says like, hey, if you don't talk, I'm gonna put you back in Gem Pop. That's coercion. And my interrogator was like, all right, time out. I can't be here. I have to go. Even in the training exercise, and it was this whole thing. And it's just so funny, man. Those Aussies have no rules. It's the Wild West up there. It's the Wild West up there. Listen, if you're watching this, do not get captured by the Australians, okay? You walk to the American camp. Do not get captured by the Australians, okay? Whatever you do.
That's gold right there. Note to self: do not get captured by the Australians.
Yeah.
Just to be fair, Australia, we love you. We think you're amazing. You're awesome. Despite the potential Wild West ability.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Jeez. You had mentioned something earlier. I'm gonna hone in on it real quick. Did you say Fort Couch?
Fort Couch, yes. That's my duty station. Yeah, Fort Couch. It's a busy duty station, especially when Game of Thrones was out. But it's eased up a little bit right now. It's eased up a little bit right now. Yeah.
Oh goodness, I've never heard it referred to like that. So that's just precious, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
All right. So you've got some great moments, some absolutely great stuff. So that brings us in. You touched on it a little bit already. Of your reserve unit is what introduced you to Military Gaming League.
Yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about that, and what brought you into the league and your experiences with it thus far.
Yeah. So I got introduced to the Military Gaming League MGL through Champ Shield, actually, who's like the head honcho here around here. And don't tell Drake I said that, but Champ, yeah. But no. So he was in my reserve unit, and I got to talk to him a lot. And I remember on the drill weekends, he was every opportunity he was just hooked in either through his phone Wi-Fi or through the Wi-Fi, wherever he could get, just on Discord, like talking to people, planning stuff out. And this was like years ago. Like, man, time flies. But it's been a while since he transferred out, and I still remember that. and it's he was just working. He was trying to build this thing, and I was always been a huge gamer, and at that time I knew that I really wanted to try to play for money, like at to get paid to play and play it at a higher level. And I thought, oh, this is perfect. It's like it's great timing. So I jumped in, and then there were a bunch of different events going on. There were lots of things going on to get engaged. We had the first USN, which was a ton of fun and a wonderful opportunity. And I knew then at that first USN that I was locked in with MGL. I was going to do anything that they did, even if it's a game that I didn't play. Like if you guys did Rocket League, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't make my teammates suffer through having to carry me through that. But I would love to go to that. I would love to go to that and just be there, because it's I really, if you're watching and you haven't done anything with MGL, like a tournament or anything, and it comes up in your area, either this year or the year after, or this coming year or the year after that, just seriously consider going into it, because the biggest thing I can tell people, and this is something Travis told me, is you're gonna get out of this what you put into it, right? Like it's, I don't know. I think some guys expect MGL to like put them in like matchmaking, and it's like, oh, these are other military gamers in your area. Like it's like, dude, it's not Tinder for military gaming vets. It's a league. Like, yeah, like make your own community. Like I consider myself really lucky to have the friends that I do, like Jihui, like BZ, who's kind of he's a bit of a quieter guy, but he rolls around every time something happens, right? And just a lot of other people too. Like I got in connection with a lot of really great orgs through MGL and through their stuff, and the people that I met through this, and that's the best part of it too. Is like, even though I'm not pursuing anything right now, it's fun to do charity tournaments or to do like events like that, and it starts by getting involved. Get involved. You got nothing but time, right? And if you're going to be playing the games anyway, why not do it with people that you like and people who have something in common with you, and go from there. And I'm not trying to say, I'm not trying to like come at the community like stop whining, but there's a lot going on. There's a lot to get involved with if you seek it out.
Absolutely. And that just leads credence to the basic life lesson of you're going to get out of it what you put into it. It's no different here in Military Gaming League as it is in life. Wow. I just want to play some games now. I just want to get in some gaming. We're going to get you in for some gaming, promise. We may even play some Rocket League, and I'm no senpai.
No, God. No, please not Rocket League.
What's wrong with Rocket League?
No, it's a great game. I love watching it. I actually will watch Rocket League tournaments on Twitch and stuff when they come up, and I love it. Like I love when they do the open, like the mic is like not quiet enough to like not pick up the players, and you can hear them screaming at each other like when they're playing. I love that. I love that intensity. But I can't play it worth a damn. It's actually embarrassing. In fact, I'm so bad at Rocket League that when we get the soccer event in Fall Guys, I'm just like, all right, we'll just go next. We've already lost because I can't do that either. So I mean, maybe it's soccer. Maybe I'm too nerdy, I guess. But no, no. Anything else? Okay, not anything else, but like not Rocket League, please. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to get you into some games for community tonight with us. Absolutely. I can't promise it won't be Rocket League, but I can't promise that it will be Rocket League either. We haven't played Rocket League yet for a community night.
Oh, no.
But all right, folks, thank you so much for tuning in and watching us here on YouTube. This has been another installment of Whiskey Delta, or Well Done. We've been highlighting the one, the only Demand. Will, it's been an absolute pleasure having you. You've been wonderful. You've reinvigorated our passion for gaming for sure, which didn't think was possible because everybody knows that Mike Karnowski loves games. I'm just a huge nerd, and I talked about myself in the third person. Yikes, cringe. But hey, you do what you do. So this has been another episode of Whiskey Delta. I am Mike Karnowski, aka Devil, and we got into some details with Will. Absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for being here. We love you, Military Gaming League. We love you, Will. You're fabulous. And thank you so much for tuning in.